My name is Gardy. I have a guest that is zooming in. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we're going to find out everything that she has going on. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name and where do you train at?
My name's Faye Lynn Cherrier, and I train out of Atos, Atlanta.
And you're going to be competing at Submissions on the Shore. It's taking place at the Booker T World Gym Arena Saturday, March 19th. Are you excited for this event, and what do you know about it?
Yes, I'm really excited about it. The last time I competed with them, we did a team event. So I'm excited to actually get someone that's small and going to be around my same size. The fight's at like 105. So I'm really excited because I've been going against like a lot of big chicks and people that are really heavy. So I'm excited I get someone my size.
Yeah, you just did a team event as well. What happened, and who are you competing for?
So we did a no-gi. It was a no-gi team versus team event. We actually made it to the finals. It was awesome. A lot of good matches. And I actually won some shoes. They're super cool. Albert and all the people on Subs on the Shores just do a lot of really good, awesome stuff and prizes and oops, my internet says it's unstable. So
It's working right now. If
okay, cool.
if it does, then what we'll do is we'll just end the stream. We'll keep it going and see how it goes. But yeah, it's pretty solid right now.
Okay, good, good. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I loved it. Good matches, tough chicks. But yeah, so I'm excited. It's gonna be a Nogi super fight.
Mm-hmm.
I've never gone against her before, but I'm excited. She's a brown belt too, and looking forward to it.
Is that going to be the ADCC rule set?
No, no, I think it's just regular rules, not the ADCC.
Cool. Have you competed ADCC rule set before?
I have not. I was gonna do the trials last time they had it, but ended up not doing it. I was recovering from some injuries, but I've been training with Alex, who's did the trials, and she's gonna do the trials coming up in April. So I've been working with her a lot with Nogi and ADCC rules and a lot of overtime stuff. So I've trained it, but it's kind of confusing to be honest. But
Yeah, I guess it's
never competed under it. So
just a little different. So looking at your social media, and if somebody wants to follow you on Instagram, what is that? And then I want to talk about this post on here.
yeah, you can follow me at Fatality123. And I gotta double check. That's my Instagram because it used to be Faylin123, but I just changed it to Fatality.
Yeah, I like that. Fatality123. Yeah.
Yes.
And so looking at your newest post, it says, mini highlight from last night, and you posted that, I believe, yesterday. So it looks like it's NFC fights. This is a gi team event, and it has you taking someone's back, choking them out, and then going at it. So what was this event, and how did that go?
That was so this event was really fun. We were gonna do all the girls from Atos Atlanta, but two of our girls got injured. So we train a lot with Roberto Travin's team, and we messaged him like the Monday before the week of the tournament. And we're like, hey, can you ask some of your girls if they can compete with us? And so two of them replaced our girls, and it was just a lot of fun, like seeing the mix of the group, and they totally dominated their matches, and it was just a lot of fun. And I ended up having to go last. So it's submission only, and if you don't get a submission in the 6 minutes, you're eliminated. So both people are eliminated, and then the next pair is up.
Mm-hmm.
And then some couldn't get the submission, and so I was up last and had two matches because you had to submit to advance, and then the finals match ended up submitting in like the last 20 or 30 seconds, and it was such a tough match, but it was a lot of fun. I liked it.
Yeah, and you're talking about the team events. Hey, for the super fights, I get to go against someone my own size. So with the team events, there's usually like a weight limit. Is that the way this works? So you're going against people who may be bigger or even smaller or the same size as you, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of just like a toss up. With submissions on the shore, there was like a weight limit we all had to be under, but this tournament there was no weight limit. The girls were pretty big, but sometimes I like that. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm used to it. Training in the gym, always getting smashed and like finding my way around them somehow. But I feel like the small people are the most challenging because I feel like a hook or foot or arm, like something always comes out of nowhere, and it's just so much harder for me rolling with people my size or smaller. So I'm excited.
Really? Do you think that is because maybe it's hard to find people that, like brown belts or black belts that are your size and smaller, or why is that?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is harder to find, except in wrestling. There's actually a lot of smaller girls. But for jiu-jitsu, yeah, it's still growing, and a lot of them are like spread out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see a lot of them until like Pans and Worlds. There'll be more people, but even at Worlds, I think the rooster bracket was like 13 chicks, and that's like a lot for us. But yeah.
Do you have a background in wrestling as well?
I did 2 seasons in college, but besides that, never wrestled before. Always liked it, but yeah, never wrestled in high school or anything.
So you just picked it up in college, which is even more impressive.
Very tough.
Yeah.
I wish I did it in high school. It would have made things a lot easier, but yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's like, I think I'll wrestle in college.
Right, why not? I was a little bored, so I decided to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so when did you get introduced to jiu-jitsu or combat sports, and how did that start?
Well, I moved here around 15 years old. I'm 27 now. And I did like karate because I didn't really have like a hobby or a sport, and I was new to the area, and so I was driving by this karate place, and it was like ATA karate, and did that for maybe 6 months and didn't really care for it. Excuse me, but I wanted something more live, and I just remember driving by Bangkok boxing at the time, and seeing like jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, kickboxing, and and so I thought that looked interesting. So I started taking kickboxing classes there, and when I was 17, and then I did that for like 3 months, and then I was trying to save up for a car, and had to work like 3 jobs and just didn't have time for it, and I couldn't find rides back and forth all the time. So I took like a 3-year break, and within that 3 years I was like doing like these Groupon workout classes, and just I didn't like it. I wanted to get back into like Bangkok boxing, because I was like, I like kickboxing, I like punching people and stuff. It's just more fun to work out that way. And then found my way back when I was 20, and then was doing kickboxing again. And the jiu-jitsu instructor is a Muay Thai basically Muay Thai gym, but they did have a little bit of jiu-jitsu at the location that I was going to. So I just was looking over at the mat one day, and I was like, that's weird. What are they doing? And so the coach saw me looking over, and he was like, hey, you should come train. It was, at the time, it was like 3 big dudes, that like, one of them is his first day, and then like 2 other people that were just doing it for MMA. And so I did it. I trained with him and had a lot of fun with it, actually. And ever since then, I've been doing it. And then I just decided to focus on jiu-jitsu instead of doing like stand-up and other stuff.
Was it easier for you to find people your size whenever it came to like the kickboxing and the boxing as opposed to jiu-jitsu?
Still relatively hard, because people were either like super tall, or just too big. So I found it hard, but I ended up switching to Knuckle Up Fitness, and I went there because their women's team was really big. And Mo, who I also wanted to talk about, she is my strength and conditioning. She's a good friend of mine, but she also is my strength and conditioning coach. My instructor at the time, Muhammad Bilal, the jiu-jitsu instructor, was talking about her, and he was like, "Oh man, she's a badass." Sorry, language. She's like, Muay Thai and MMA fighter, and she beat Tisha Torres. And so she was like, the face of the women's team for Knuckle Up, and she's actually shorter than me. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I'm gonna go train over there and train with her, and then trained with all the girls over there, and we did some stand up and Muay Thai together. So once I found her and all those girls, and I was just like super excited, and was actually able to train with a lot of females.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been at Atos in Atlanta, and how do you like it there?
I love it. I've been training there since COVID.
Since COVID, I guess like some other places where you were, they were forced to shut down, or how did that work out for you?
Yeah, unfortunately, I was at Knuckle Up for a long time, and then once COVID happened, the gym closed, and I actually moved to the area to go to college in Marietta. And so Alex and I were just driving by, and we saw in the corner Atos Atlanta, and we're like, is that an Atos? It's crazy because it's like right down the street from where we live. So messaged Bruno Frazado and was like, hey, can we take some privates? Because all the gyms were closed. And he said, sure, yeah. And so we did some privates with him, and ended up like loving his technique, and decided to start training there.
That's pretty cool. I mean, the name, you hear Atos, you're getting, good instruction, and it's, like a worldwide thing. I mean, I guess like what's the culture like there, and with everything?
So it's only jujitsu. There's no other like martial arts, and it's really nice. There's a lot of competitors, and like competition trainings, and everything is not everything, but like in the morning and stuff. It's when we do have competition training, it's very like competition scenarios, a lot of like hard rounds, and just positionals, like situational stuff that we work on, and just really based around strategy and getting better competing. So I really like that, and I like that there's a lot of people that compete, and it makes just everyone better. But yeah, I like it a lot, and it actually helps us like focus on just jujitsu. So
yeah. What kind of goals do you have for your career?
So they've changed a lot throughout the journey, but now I just really want to focus on jujitsu. I'd like to win worlds. I'd like to win pans in the gi and no gi, and then hopefully get my black belt soon. And then after I get my black belt, I would like to maybe do some MMA. But it's just, I don't know. I think it's just the weight thing, finding people that will take a fight that at that weight, because 115 is the smallest weight class right now, especially in like the UFC and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know. I want to do MMA, and I think that we could find people that were small enough, but it just depends. And then maybe open a gym and go from there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, is it one championship? Do they do atom weight? I know they do it for grappling.
They do smaller weight classes. Yeah. So that's an option. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw Danielle Kelly recently signed. She's going to be doing some grappling, for the promotion as well. But I know she has posted about pursuing MMA as well. But it's kind of that same thing, like we can bulk up to 115 whenever you're naturally walking around lighter, right?
Right.
So so MMA is a goal for you. So that means I guess you enjoy striking, but right now focusing on BJJ, knock out these goals, and then come back and visit it.
Yeah, yeah. A long time I was while I was at like Bangkok and Knuckle Up Fitness, I was trying to do both and like stand up and boxing, and then I would try to go to jujitsu, and I would either just be really tired and unable to focus, or just focusing on too many things, and I was getting really frustrated because I was like, why is this so hard? Like, why can't I just get it? And so once COVID happened, I think it kind of like reset a lot of my focus and my goals, and just made me make things make sense. Like, okay, we're just going to do one thing at a time, because I was trying to do so many things. So I think it's, in order to, win worlds and do all this stuff, I have to like stay just focused on just jujitsu.
Yes. It takes a lot of support to pursue these goals. Have you been able to work with, I guess, even individuals or sponsors that are helping make this happen?
Yeah. So Monique Travis, she's been, since I've joined Knuckle Up, one of my role models. I look up to her a lot. I look up to her for advice, in not just sports and fitness, but just in life. She's a mother of 3. She's kind of like my mom sometimes. But she's a really good friend. She's a really good person. I respect her a lot. I respect her opinions. And so she helps me out a lot, getting stronger. And when I'm injured, she adjusts like the workouts for me. And, if I need to cut weight, which is hardly ever, but, or if I just need to work on cardio, like she'll always adjust. And so she's one of the people that really helped me. Alex Enriquez, who you've done a podcast with, is another big one. Once I joined Knuckle Up, I was training at a different location than the one that she was training at, but I started going to both locations, and that's when I met her. And it was funny when we rolled together for the first time. She was actually a lot bigger, and I wasn't as I didn't weigh as much as I do now. I was like 90 something pounds, like scrawny, didn't lift, like skinny, weak. And so when I rolled with her, she had shoulder surgery that she was recovering from, and so the teacher was like, oh, make sure you don't hurt her. Like, go easy on her. I'm like looking up at her, like,
yeah,
don't hurt her. She's big. So she weighed a lot more too. She was like, I think like 145 at that time or something. But so I was like, okay, I'll try. So I'm going easy on her, and then she ends up darsing me, and I'm on my side, and I just feel like my shoulders almost touch each other, and like my rib cage like just collapses almost, and I hear a big pop, and I think my sternum popped. And I'm just like in so much pain. I can't breathe, and I don't know what to do. And so I'm just laying on the mat. And then we had a chick that was in chiropractic school at the time, and so she was like the closest thing we had to a doctor. She came over and checked me out, and I couldn't even drive home, and was gone for like 3 months. And then I came back, and I saw Alex again. She was like, "Hey, I remember you. Where'd you go?" And I was like, "I was injured." And then we became best friends.
Yeah.
And then now we're dating. So yeah, she's actually one of the reasons why I feel like I've progressed so much in jiu-jitsu. She actually helped kind of like calm me down, like, because I used to spaz out a lot, like in rolling and stuff. And so she's very, very technical, and I'm not the most technical. So I just want to like, beat you with speed and positions, and just, like out scramble you. But she's, like slow down, like pin them, and then like get a good position, and then submit. And like had a lot of injuries just being stubborn, because I'm trying to like attack while they're attacking me, and like disregard that they have me in a complete like full on footlock or something, and I'm like, I got you in a footlock too, so I'm not even worried. So she's helping me like form my game, and I have like so much to thank for like my jujitsu and everything else. And she's just a positive, really, really positive person and positive mentality to be around. So helps being around her. And then also Jen and Jim Goff, they are running or making a brand called Primal Content. If you can follow them, Primal Content, they've been big supporters of me. I met them at Atos, met their son too. He trains there as well. And they're just really good people, really, really supportive. I appreciate them a lot. And a few other sponsors, Break New Ground, they are gi and no gi clothing brand, make really cool gis. And Ever Legendary, they do, they have like no-gi and spats and like yoga attire, workout attire, and casual clothing. And I think that's it.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was thinking when you were talking about Alex and, the professor, the instructor saying, hey, take it easy on her. It's like, that's the last, I learned my lesson, taking it easy on someone, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, what? Take it easy on her. She destroys me all the time, every day. So I guess that's what makes me better.
Just a reminder, so Faye Lynn will be competing at Submissions on the Shore Saturday, March 19th in Texas City at the Booker T World Gym Arena. This is going to be streamed on Fight. You can also attend in person if you want to, and you're in the Galveston County, you're in the Houston area, you can come out as well. And I'm just enjoying learning and having this conversation with you. You mentioned that this is your first, or at least one of your first interviews and something like this. How you feel you're doing?
I don't know. I hope I'm doing good. I was nervous because sometimes when I'm asked a question, I feel like I go all the way around before I even answer it. So I was nervous I was going to do that, but no, I feel good. I'm really glad that we're doing this. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, I saw, and one of the reasons I asked, on your Fatality 123 on Instagram, if you go and follow that and you look at the videos, and there was one of the pictures I think was just like the mic in front of the face. So they're interviewing, asking you questions. And I can't even imagine, because you're like going through the match, all the emotions, and then it's like stick a microphone in your face. Right?
I know. So one of the girls on the team is really good at speaking. She's one of Travin's students, and she was doing like a speech at his promotion, and I was like, wow, she's such a good like speaker. So whenever we were discussing at the beginning before the fights started, like who's going to talk on the mic, like if we win, I was like, oh, it's definitely going to be her. Like she's so good at speaking. And then it was the last match, and the guy came right over, and I was like, oh man, like my lips and like my whole mouth was just so dry, and I just wanted water. And every time I would speak, like my lips would just stick to my teeth. And so I was like, oh, I don't know what to say. Like, I just want some water. And I don't even remember what he was asking, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm reminded of the meme of Joe Rogan going up to, Conor McGregor, or like all these people in these situations, and just like expecting them to answer. That has to be tough, not natural. Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't prepare for this part.
Right. Prepare for everything else, the match, getting the win, and then I didn't practice for this, right? So
right.
I do want to ask you, what can we expect watching your match, Submissions on the Shore? You're going to bring the energy, you're going to do the technical aspect, everything, put on a show, go for the sub?
Definitely. I feel like I've been really trying to hunt for the submission and back takes and everything. So I'm hoping to, wherever I get, just to keep attacking and hopefully get the submission. So
is there anything else that you would like to share today while we have this opportunity to talk?
Nothing in particular. Just thank you so much for having me and allowing me to be on the show.
Thank you for taking some time. I appreciate you. Again, Saturday, March 19th, Submissions on the Shore, taking place at the Booker T World Gym Arena. You can watch Faye Lynn in her super fight, and there's a bunch of tournaments. There's going to be a lot of action. I'm excited for it. Again, Faye Lynn, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
This is KGA Radio.